So the turnaround Tuesday trade, I said yesterday could be gold and silver. It turned out to be a Monday turnaround in Asia. So I gave you a 52, 52.30, 52.20 level to sell. So at times you have to use a limit order because we have to sleep. And when you put in a limit order, for example, here, you also need to place your stop in case it doesn't work while you're in dreamland. But it's big, working big. In fact, we're on the verge of having a daily cube reversal. If we take out 50.13 was yesterday's low, but this is a big day. And silver was the preferred short because I was looking for a bottom in the gold silver ratio. And look at that candle. So the bottom's in. I've been talking about it, trying to bottom here for the last 3 days, and today's the day. So, I really think that this gold silver ratio could rally back to 90, maybe 95, which means it's going to be a period of underperformance in silver. You should have taken partials. You want to let something run because where could silver go, especially since everyone's calling this, the close back over 50 was a major breakout. So here it is. I have to bring it in. Okay. So it shows the double top. It doesn't show, I I guess that's monthly too. So anyway, this could be a false breakout. Would close back under 59. Where do I think silver could pull back to over time? It's, I think that it's very possible that we could see the 200-day moving average eventually catch up to that. That's going to come in at this point around 42. This 46 level's pretty big. And what's really big were these lows that held. Um, where were they? Right here. So look at this. So we take out this would be a first stop for me, maybe some moving averages, but 46 is going to, really open the door for lower numbers. I still think there's a shot you'll be able to buy silver under 40 in the weeks, maybe even months ahead. So gold never got to that 42.20 level, close, but not quite. It got up to 41.80. So, I guess it is possible if silver bounces that gold could still accomplish it, but I don't care because I know where I'm going to concentrate my shorts on, and that's in silver. Uh, Yesterday, I said I believe this is just a failing rally in S&Ps. Now we're back inside the wedge again. I don't think this is the bottom in the S&Ps. I think we could see 64 maybe sometime this week. So there's still some work to do on the downside there. And while this is all going on, currency action's pretty tepid. I'm short some yen, sold some more yen, and I think that we're going to at least trade back towards 150 with and then bounce possibly, but I think the top could be in. We tried to break down in yields, and we're bouncing a little bit here, so it might be a false breakdown. Maybe that's why the yen is holding up better. So I didn't go with the breakdown. I haven't reversed to go with this either. We'll see. I'm kind of neutral now. You know, I'm not sure what to do with rates. So, you know what? I don't even need to know because you don't have to be right and know what to do in every instrument. You still watch them for opportunities and also for what the correlations may tell you. But it doesn't mean that you're always going to have conviction about direction and patience. Waiting is the hardest part. So I'm going to wait with interest rate futures for a while. I have other things going anyway. When it comes to the dollar, we didn't make a new high. We're now lower on the day. Dollar looks like it's, might put in some type of ABC. To me, The most important level is down here around 98.60. That's a breakout of the channel. Maybe we're going to have another breakout there. I don't think that the dollar move is over. You guys know I'm looking for 102, 103. So this may end up being a buying opportunity if we pull back here. I do want to bring up a currency that I think is going to be one of the best proxies in the currency world for trading this risk off move. And it's an old one, but old doesn't mean outdated. But this is your classic risk off pair. All right, it's the Aussie yen. And I want to show you the weekly. So I've already had a big break from Friday. So I would wait for definitely wait for some kind of rally. We've had a 200-point break, but check out this weekly. Here's one. This last low was confirmed, and this is where I think it's going. It's huge if it fulfills this pattern. So this is something to look for to finesse a short position on, because it's very probable, or at least probable, that we're going back under that 86 low towards an 82 handle. That's 1,600 pips. So let's watch that one for finessing positions on, especially if the dollar weakens a little bit and Aussie pops. I think that's it. I think that's enough. We're going to start off lower. Here's the socks. Mag 7, I still believe is a short. It's down today. I think we're headed a lot lower in the Mag 7s, under 50 before this correction is over. So maybe finesse rallies here, but we could just break down from here. And that's going to be a wrap. So should have had a good year in silver today. If you use that number that I've been putting out there, that was Peter Goodburn's number. If you don't believe me, go and watch the interview from last week and consider taking a subscription from Peter. He's excellent. So thank you, Peter Goodburn at Elliott Wave _ WTI for that call in silver. And I'll see everyone tomorrow. No, tomorrow I have an interview. So I have an interview with Alexander is his first name. And a friend of mine introduced me to him. So he's going to Koprivica, Alex Koprivica. So believe he's a swing trader in stocks. So check it out tomorrow at 10 a.m. EST. Good trading, everyone. And remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. And you see that eventually the persistence of looking for a high in silver, even though I took some hits, also had some 70, 80 cent scalps that worked. But this is one you marry. If you got short from the top, I think you're not going to see those levels for quite some time. So hold something for a position, because especially if we get down to that 46 level. So that would be an initial target, but it takes that out. That would have a pretty deep measured move. Let's look at it one more time. It's down here. So yeah, this little double bottom here, 46, 53, 7. That's actually going to take you under 40 towards 38. Here's a gap. So be careful. Oh, one thing I forgot to check out. Remember the Bitcoin shorts from last week. And we had a recovery Friday, but this also looks like it's under pressure. I still think we're going to try 100 grand. And actually, Ethereum's weaker on a daily basis, almost twice as weak. So nothing for me to be crazy about in crypto. I think a lot of people were damaged badly by this flush. I mean, this wick. I think a lot of people got liquidated out that were leveraged up on altcoins. And I don't think there's as much money to come in right now. I think a lot of people are frozen. So be careful with crypto. And we ever take out this 100 level, 92 is the next stop. And you guys remember how important 92 was. Anyway, high hole silver away, away down from here. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Adios.